Hello there. Welcome to this class about vocabulary. Now, today we're going to do something with vocabulary topics. I'm going to start with a little warm-up exercise to give you the idea of what we're going to do today. So I'll share my screen with you now. And whoops, that's happened before. Let me try and get that one back a moment. Here we go. Hello there. Hello, Anna.
Hello.
Can you remind me where you're from?
I'm from Spain.
We have a lot of Spanish people here today. And which city are you from?
I'm sorry?
Which city are you from?
I live in Seville.
Aha, all I know about Seville is the oranges that come and make our marmalade.
Yes.
Because we have a tradition of orange, but we don't grow enough oranges. We don't grow oranges here at all, except in greenhouses. And so we need lots of oranges from Seville. Yes. Do you like orange marmalade?
I'm sorry, can I speak?
Do you know marmalade? Marmalade. Let me write it.
I don't understand, sorry.
Marmalade is something we make in England with oranges.
Orange juice.
Oranges.
Oranges. I don't have oranges. Oranges because I hurt my stomach.
Oh yes. But some oranges settle in your stomach quite well, but some can give you a stomachache, I know. But what about marmalade? Have you ever tasted marmalade?
Tasty food?
Have you ever tasted marmalade? Have you ever tried this marmalade and tasted it yourself? Have you ever tasted marmalade?
I don't understand the word marmalade.
Marmalade is like jam, but it's not so sweet. It is made from orange and it's very strong, dark.
Well, I have very much problem with food because I have certain allergy. Many fruits, all kind of foods. So I don't have lunch. Diet food. Diet food.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, it can be very difficult for people who have to have a special diet.
Yes,
yes. I'm quite lucky. I just have to be careful with sugar, not to eat too much sugar. But apart from that, I don't really have any big problems with food.
I don't have problem with sugar. I have problem with other foods. Moreover, I have lunch ecological food and ecological fruit and vegetable.
And what do you mean by ecological fruit and vegetables? What is that exactly? Are you speaking about organic?
Yes, organic food.
Yes, it's interesting that people speak about organic food because it's a strange word, organic food, but that's what we say. We say organic food rather than ecological food. but it's crazy because there's no such food as inorganic food, is there? Well, salt maybe, but organic food is what we say, organic food. Now, later in the lesson, I would like people to think about different topics, but first I'm going to look at these questions on the screen. Now, Anna, can you read question 1, the task, the brown writing?
Sorry, I don't see the screen. I don't see the screen. It's possible that there is a brown in a screen.
Okay, well, I've got something on the screen to share, but I will send a link as well, so that there's 2 different options for you.
Okay, okay.
I will send a link, and you can open the link too. So
yeah.
don't see the screen. So here is the link. All right. So now I'm going to share the screen again.
No, the link I don't see.
In the verb link.
I can see.
Well, okay. Well, is it the link is in the verb link chat, not the
No, I can't see.
Okay. Well, I'll have to move to the next person. Sorry, but
Yes.
I'll ask them to read it. Just a moment, then. So now I'm going to share my screen again. And because I've dropped the screen. Right, so there it is on the screen again, everybody. So now Anna Gallego can't see the screen, so Laura, can you see the screen, please?
Yes.
Laura, yes? Laura MBA, are you there?
She said yes. I don't know.
Laura, can you read the screen for me, please? I thought that was Anna that said yes. But Laura, are you there? I can't hear you, Laura. Let's move along the line to Manuel. Manuel, are you there?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, yes.
Okay.
So, would you please read the task, which is before 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but just the task, number 1.
All right, here I go. Which word is the odd one out, and which leisure activity do the other words belong to? Explain what they mean in each case.
Now, let's just make sure we understand all of the words in this question, this task. The word leisure, which I heard pronounced leisure last night by William Shatner, who's a great guy. Do you know who William Shatner is?
No, I don't.
I think you might have heard of something that he's done in the past. He's a star. He was captain of the Starship Enterprise. Do you know what that is?
It rings a bell, something about a movie or a science fiction movie?
It's a series which has been on a long time, Star Trek.
Yeah.
And he was the first captain in the first series. And he was, I've seen him on BBC twice. He's such a funny man. And earlier I was speaking about satire and the Punch magazine. The editor of Punch magazine was with him. And I think William Shatner is funny too. He's a really funny man and a very clever guy. So, and quite different to the way I expected him to be. He read the word leisure because he has an American accent. But we say here leisure. But what about odd one out? What can that mean? Can you tell me what odd one out means, man?
Yeah, I think,
Manuel can tell me.
Okay, I think it's the in a set of things is the thing that doesn't match with the others.
Exactly that, yes. So one of them doesn't match with the other, so that means it's odd. Odd sometimes means strange. If somebody says you're rather odd, it means you are a bit strange and different. Yeah.
Yes.
So, Manuel, I want you to look at number 1 as an example. and we have to explain what everything means and find one which is the odd one out. Can you have a look at number 1 for me?
Yeah. Well, I think that the one that doesn't match with the others is the mask.
And why do you think it might be the mask?
Because the other words are related to water sports or related to water. For example, the wetsuit is the clothes you use to have a bath, to take a bath, or go for swimming or so. And the oar is a row. I think it's a row. But I'm not sure what flippers are. I'm not sure. And the snorkel is the to dive under the water. Something you use to dive under the water.
And does anybody else have a different idea about which one could be the odd one out?
I think it may be an oar. O-O-A-R.
And why would you go for oar? I might go for oar as well. I kind of agree with everything that you said, Manuel, but there's just a slight question about mask, and I would like to see what other people think. So why do you think it was oar?
Because other things are related to diving. Oar is related to like boat sports. When you paddle, you use oar. You use an oars.
I went that way too. I went along those lines as well. And now Manuel said something, and I'm thinking about what Manuel said, and it did seem to make sense. And it all hinges on, let me say that again, it all hinges on the question of, have you heard this expression about hinging on? I haven't even spelt it correctly.
No.
It all hinges on means that, what is a hinge? A hinge. A hinge and a bracket. A door hinge, let's say.
No, I don't.
My door opens because there are 2 hinges. And sometimes, if those hinges are not oiled, the door can be squeaky, and when it opens, it makes a noise like. But the hinges allow the door to open. And what else has a hinge?
Similar things. A window.
A hinge on a window sometimes, yes. So things that open, like doors and windows, have hinges. And if I say it all hinges on, then I mean, to decide this question, I have to maybe open the door or shut the door. It's going to be open or shut. If it hinges on something, that depends on something. And it depends on whether or not a mask is used in diving. So, Manuel, do we use a mask in diving?
Well,
maybe.
It's a kind of mask, but
yeah.
Maybe you would use goggles or
goggles. Yeah, sometimes we have other words, and this is also a problem with flippers, because in everyday language we say flippers for these special footwear that we wear in diving, but divers sometimes use swim fins and other vocabulary. But for me, a fin is a different thing. If I say fin to you, what is a fin? And a flipper is another thing. But what is a fin?
I'm not quite sure, but maybe it's something that the fish has on its back, or
especially a shark. If you see a shark on a movie, you sometimes see the dorsal fin, the back fin, poking out of the water, and it's visible, and that shows that it's a shark. and in the film Jaws, some children even pretended to be a shark by swimming underwater with their snorkel and holding an artificial shark's fin out of the water to scare everybody. So that's the fin. So yeah, I would go for an oar here. So does everybody know all of those words? A wetsuit, an oar, flippers, a snorkel, a mask.
Yep.
Yeah, let's move on to the next one. So
Yes, I know.
I think Salah Fatala, are you there?
Yes.
Please read number 2 and do it for us.
A tripod, a lens, a nozzle, a dark room.
The first one, how did you say?
A tripod,
Yes, tripod. Mm-hmm.
I think a nozzle,
Why do you think it's an easel?
because the other words are have a relation with the photographer, maybe.
With photography, the subject is photography, and yeah, okay. So the subject is called photography. The person that does it is what? The person who does photography.
Photographer.
Photographer, yes. And what's that third word in the verbal in chat? So we have photography, photographer, and what is the last one?
I don't know.
Photographic. Photographic. So you go for an easel. What can you describe an easel? What does an easel look like? Do you know what an easel looks like?
It's like an animal, maybe.
You're not thinking of a weasel,
horse,
are you?
a horse, maybe.
No, I think it sounds more like a weasel. Weasel is an animal. An easel is used in art. But can anyone describe an easel?
Yes, I can.
So tell us in your own words what an easel is, please.
An easel is something has three legs to hold a picture, for example.
Yeah, and the 3 legs are slightly different.
Used by a painter, of course.
Yeah, the three legs are a bit different to a tripod, aren't they? In the way they are arranged. Can you tell me anything about that? I've just realised that a tripod has 3 legs and an easel has 3 legs, but there's something different about those three.
A tripod is used by a photographer to take photos, but an easel is used by a painter to draw a picture, for example.
Yes, and say used.
Used for supporting.
It's used to hold a picture up above the ground, more vertically. Now, if I say these are to do with something, what does to do with mean? These are to do with photography. These are to do with...
These are related to photography.
Yes, so related to do with. That's informal. To do with something. That's nothing to do with you. What does that mean? If I say that's nothing to do with you, can you write that in a more formal way? That's nothing to do with you.
It doesn't concern you.
Yes, it doesn't concern you. It's not your affair. It's nothing to do with you. But we're looking for words which are to do with certain vocabulary topics. Let me just say something about vocabulary topic. Now, I think a vocabulary topic makes sense, but I really don't like vocabulary word as a phrase, as a collocation. I see it, but I don't like it. Does anyone know why I don't like it? Why don't I like vocabulary word, but I don't mind vocabulary topic?
Because they're both have the very similar meanings. It looks like you are repeating the same thing two times.
I feel that, yeah. With if you learn vocabulary, you must be learning words. And what other kind of word is there? They're all vocabulary, so I don't like this. I think it's messy saying vocabulary word. So for me, vocabulary is an uncount form of learning language and words, and so vocabulary. I just say vocabulary. But let's go to the next one now. We've got number 3, and I think that will have to be Sergio. If
Hello.
you're on the mic. Hi there, Sergio. Are you... oh, bless you. So,
Sorry.
okay, where are you from, Sergio?
I'm from Spain.
Everybody's from Spain. Why? Oh, great. Okay, so you can take number 3.
Okay. Do I have to read all the words?
Read the words, and it
Okay.
says, find out which one you think is the odd one out, and tell us what all the others mean, and describe all of the words. So spend your time on it. Take your time on it, and tell us what you think.
I think that the word that is different is choir.
Choir.
Yeah. Because the other words are about books. Yes, about books. And the choir is a group of people that are singing.
I've got one question for you then. Sergio. Is there such a thing as a book conductor? I know a bus conductor, but is there such a thing as a book conductor?
I don't know.
I don't think there is. I've never heard of a book conductor. I'm
Neither
imagining
do I.
right now. I can imagine the books walking along the road or something, and a conductor man is telling the books where to go. But well,
Yeah, for me a conductor sounds like a driver. But maybe a conductor is someone who reads for other people as well. Maybe?
maybe, but I don't think so. But on a bus, is the bus conductor a driver, or is he conducting other business? I think
don't know.
a bus conductor, when there is a bus conductor, because sometimes today there's only one man on the bus because private companies don't want to pay people too much money. So there's one man on the bus. But in London they have a public transport system, and they have bus conductors. They collect the money and allow the bus driver to continue driving. But that's a bus conductor. There is another kind of conductor here. What is the other kind of conductor? Have you ever been to watch an orchestra?
Ah, yes. Yes.
And there's a man with a baton, isn't there? Can you do it for us and show us what he does? What does he do? He something.
Yes.
Yeah. And he's
The director.
yeah, he's the conductor. He keeps things going in time and the feeling of the music. So that is to do with music, and choir is to do with music. So look at music again and have a look through and tell me if you can change your mind about the odd one out.
Oh, yes. Okay, so a choir is about music. A conductor also about music. Rehearsal. Yes, I'm pretty sure that rehearsal is a kind of literature.
A rehearsal. How could it work with literature? Rehearsal. So, and tell me more about choirs. So you didn't really tell me a lot about choirs. You said it's to do with music, it's related to music, but what is a choir?
It's a group of people who are together and singing behind the principal, the main singer.
Yeah, so that's related to music, it's singing, a group of people singing. Now rehearsal, what did you say about rehearsal?
I think it's a kind of literature. No?
Now there I am. I can't see that one, so I'm not with you there, because rehearsing, what is rehearsing? To rehearse?
To be prepared for a performance.
Yeah. Practicing things.
To practice.
Like a warm-up.
Well, preparing things, yes, learning how to do things before you have to produce it. So it could be music, it could be other things, but it could be music, it could be theatre, it could be music. So a choir, that could be music, a rehearsal could be a music rehearsal, a conductor could be conducting the orchestra. So we're left with two at the end to find our odd one out, and it should be the odd one out. Which is the odd one out? And so Hazel knows which the odd one out is. So, do you know, Sergio, what sight reading is? I've had to do it quite a few times, sight reading.
I don't know what does it mean, but I know that sight is about the eye, sight,
yeah,
and to read is to read a book. But to sight read, I don't know exactly what is it referred.
When you say I don't know what does it mean, then this is a statement with a question buried in it, and you shouldn't do that in English. So can you just correct that sentence? I don't know what does it mean. Can you change the words to make it correct?
I don't know what does it mean.
You're saying what does it mean? That's a question inside your statement, and you should, if you say I know what it means, you have to say what it means as a statement. I know something. I know what it means. I don't know what it means.
I don't know what it...
You shouldn't bury a question inside anything in English. So this question can be just in one place at the beginning, the form, and not inside. So I don't know what it means. Okay, sight reading. Shall I just tell everybody what it means? No. Does anybody have any knowledge of music here, and can anybody tell us what sight reading is?
Yes, I can.
Good. Tell us then, please.
To sight read is to sing written notes, written music notes to you see for the first time.
Yeah, you said sing. You said sing. I would just disagree slightly with sing, because it could be singing, because,
or playing.
But it could be playing
Yes,
a musical instrument.
Written music you see for the first time, and you want to sing it, to practice it.
Sing it or play it, yes. So you get your book out, the sheet music, and you have to be careful with the word sheet, you know, because if you get the pronunciation wrong, you could be misunderstood. You know, Andrew Lloyd Webber writes sheet music. That doesn't mean I don't like it. So sheet music, yes. So you're trying to read the music first time round, and you see the music on the stave, and there is a clef and some 5 lines. So that's sight reading. So Sergio, we're back to you. With all of that extra information, can you now tell us which one is the odd one out?
To sight read.
That's related to music. So choir, music. Rehearsal could be music. Conductor could be music. Sight read, probably music. A script.
Ah, yes, a script. Yes, a script is, I think, is about films.
Film script, yes.
Or theater. Is
Yes.
a piece of paper where the actor or actress can read what's the script.
So that is the odd one out.
Okay, yes, the
Yeah.
script.
So now, Servet, you are doing number 4. Can you go through number 4, please?
Yes. The first one is Bridle.
Bridle, is it?
Bridle and reins are connected to each other. They are in shape of like stripes or ropes. Bridle is you put bridle around.
Just a moment, though. I'm going to interrupt you just a second, and then you can get back. But listen out, because I say bridle, and I want you to listen to how the Americans say it. Listen.
Bridle. Bridle.
So we all say bridle. So can you say bridle?
Bridle.
Okay.
Okay. You put it around the head of horses, and the rein is the connected. That part is where you hold while you are riding the horse. To control the horse is the part where you put reins. Saddle is where you sit on. It's also where, yes, enough, where you sit on a horse. It's kind of your seat. A whip is, again, it's in shape of like rope. You hit the horse with hip to make it go faster. A crash helmet is about motorsports. You wear it in like rallies, car races to protect your head from being hurt. Something steady. It's usually very steady helmet. So odd one is a crash helmet.
Crash helmet, good. So, have you ever ridden horses?
No.
I have a few times. I don't like to hit them with a whip. What are most of these things for horses made of? Saddles, reins, whips, bridles. What material is commonly used?
Leather.
Leather, yes, I think so. Leather. You know, I have a trick. Well, I don't like to hit horses with a whip because it's cruel. So sometimes you can touch them with it just to show that you've got something to happen. Another trick, if you really want them to start moving, then I make a noise like a whip. I go like this, and the horse is fooled and thinks, yes, that means go, go, go.
Yes, it's good idea. And sometimes
I wish I was Jesse James. They said to Jesse James, "What's your hobby?" And he said, "Guns and horses." And I thought, that's it. As long as you don't shoot me. Okay. So the next one, that was brilliant work. Really nicely explained, perfect. So your English is absolutely top-o. Very good. Have you passed any good exams in English, Servet?
in English, no. I just found this sites very recently. I was doing just listening. I was studying by myself. I'm not pursuing my education at a university or something.
Well, you certainly wouldn't have any. I think you wouldn't have any problems if you wanted to pass some exams. For example, IELTS 7, 8. I think you could do it quite well because you're very knowledgeable and you're accurate and good pronunciation and lots of good vocabulary. So good work.
Yeah, if I can prepare the economic infrastructure of universities, I will take this IELTS. Will go.
Yeah, maybe. So let's move on now to Tamim. Is it Tamim here in black?
Yes, yes.
Hi. So yours is number 5.
A chapter, lyrics, blurb. Sorry, where?
Yeah, you've got the first 3 you read.
A blurb. The page I can't see. I can't see the page.
Well, let me post the link again. And Servet, could you just correct the pronunciation for the first 2 or 3 there? Could you just read them while I'm posting them, Servet? I'll post them for him.
Chapter. lyrics,
Me or
chapter,
somebody else?
The second one is lyrics. Lyrics.
Yes.
lyrics, blurb,
A blurb,
Blurb.
yes.
a blurb, an author,
An author, yes.
author,
Author.
a paperback,
That's that. They are the 5 that we're going to look at. I'm going to ask you to find one which is different to all the others. One of them is the odd one out because
I think
it's to do with
I
another topic, another subject.
it's a blurb.
And can you explain your reason?
A chapter means a section, like a section. Lyrics means like the notes of the music.
Notes of the music? Not really notes. The lyrics are something musical, maybe.
It's related to singing, I think.
Yes, the actual lyrics are the song words.
An author, someone who write books or something like that. Write books, write stories, etc.
So we've got some things which are to do with writing, and some things which are to do with words. But which one then would you choose as the odd one out?
Paperback means a book which has a thin cover.
A thin cover. So
But a blurb.
blurb is
Sorry,
a
I
kind of
don't
word.
know.
Actually, I didn't even know it was a real word. I used the word, but I wasn't sure whether it was some kind of jargon, colloquial language. You know, because some people have a different opinion about the use of the word slang. I see that in some places slang is used to describe a lot more language than I would use for this word. For me, slang is down at the bottom end, below informal language, below colloquial language, but I see some people use the word slang for almost everything which is informal. I don't do that. I wouldn't, for example, say that phrasal verbs like "this is to do with writing," to do with. That's not slang. That's just a phrasal verb. So for me, slang is those kind of words which maybe not very nice to use, plus a few other words which are really right at the bottom, down there somewhere with not words like cool. Cool is just an ordinary casual word, part of the language. It's not slang for me at all. So there's a different opinion about this word. But blurb, I would have thought, was a kind of colloquial expression. But there it is. It's used. Has anybody heard the word blurb before?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, so it's actually perhaps more common than I thought, and it's often used. What does it mean exactly, blurb?
I think that it's a short description of a book, trying to get attraction in order to buy it or to read it.
Sometimes I feel a slight negative feeling about blurb. If somebody described some writing that I'd done as blurb, then I would feel a little bit slighted by it. I'd feel, well, okay, it's like saying, well, you've written a few words, haven't you, you know, but I have that feeling about blurb. It's just text because we have to have some text to describe it, but maybe that's just me. Let's have a look and see what it says about blurb in the dictionary. Blurb.
If I look at Google Images, it shows like books that contain lots of images, no text at all. Like when you go buy furniture, they give you like little books. They are like that.
Yeah, that's right. And it's an interesting word actually because it can have slightly a negative feel about it sometimes, but often it doesn't. So it's one of those words you have to feel or have some experience of, and that's actually probably true of nearly every word. You know, sometimes people learn words quickly, and sometimes it works to a certain extent, but you know, we all learn words gradually over time, and actually when we learn a word, we learn more and more about it later. We learn about which words go with it, what kind of expressions work well with it, and that takes time sometimes, and that's why it's a good idea to read a lot. So, okay, we have a disagreement about 5. Servet, what's your view about that one, 5?
I think the thing is lyrics, because they are all about books and lyrics about songs.
Yeah, I go with you because I think words exist in nearly all of it, but well, an author doesn't really specifically mention words, but they're all about books and printed books and literature. But lyrics is really about songs, so I go for lyrics too. Right, now the second part of this lesson, which is just 15 minutes or so, is going to be for us to choose topics and make up 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 for this page. So you can choose any topic, or you can take one from me. So does anybody have a favourite topic which is not on that list? Something that they do which is not on the list, or something they know about and they know some vocabulary for this? Manuel, do you have any ideas about what a topic that you could...
For example, football.
Football, okay, so you could do football, but you have to be clever. You have to hide something in the words. So we need 5 words, but one of those words is the odd one out, something hiding. So what you need to do is don't choose 4 really obvious football words. Choose some of those slightly more obscure ones. Obscure, what does that mean?
Well, that is not clear. It's not evident.
Maybe everybody doesn't know them, and less well known, yes.
Sorry.
So you're going to do football, thank you, Manuel. And Anna, which one are you going to do? Have you got a topic that you could do?
Yes.
And what would your topic be?
A topic, I don't know.
Choose a topic. It could be motorsport, it could be cookery, it could be holidays, it could be any topic. Just choose one topic. So Manuel has chosen one already, football. Sergio, can you choose one as well? And Servet and Taman, choose a topic and get busy.
For example, holiday.
Okay, so we need 5 words from you, Anna.
Sorry?
I want you to find 5 words so that 4 of the words are clearly related to holidays, but 1 word isn't.
I like very much the beach.
So can you find 5 words for me? Can you write down 5 words into the Verbling chat, or find 5 words on a piece of paper and then tell me them, please. 5 words about... So beach could be one. You could use beach.
Sorry, I don't understand very well the question.
I want you to make another one like in the exercise. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did you understand the questions that we did?
Number 5, for example.
And yes, and do you understand why lyrics was the odd one out?
Lyrics could be a person who sing opera, for example.
But that would be a lyricist, somebody who is a person, a lyricist. But lyrics are the actual words of the song. So lyrics are the odd one out. All of the other words are related to books and writing. A chapter, blurb, an author.
An author could be a person who is reading. Who is writing a play. For example, the theater.
Yes, a play or a book. So lyrics is different. Can you see lyrics is about song, but the others are about words in books.
Okay.
So you can do the same. You can give me 5 words about holidays, but one word is not in there. One word is not to do with holidays. So Servet, let me see. Let's have a look at Servet's there. Could you read them for me, Servet?
Mix up, cooker, pan, ash, or fork. And fork.
Ah, this is really interesting. Now, okay, the others, all of the rest of you are busy with you making up yours, but let's, if we can have a moment, we can try Servet's one. Any ideas about it, Sergio?
I have words about beach.
All right, well, let's have a look at Servet's first and see if we can put his to bed first, if we can solve his problem. So he has mix-up, cooker, pan, ash, and fork. Now, ash, Hazel says it might be ash. Ash is the leftovers of a fire. A cooker, fork is for eating. Cooker, mix-up, well, I'm not sure. So that's an interesting one. Manuel's done his as well. All right, well, Servet, I really don't know. Mix up, that could be confusion, some kind of confusion. Cooker, pan, ash.
Yeah,
I would go mix up. I would say mix up because mix up is not mixer. And maybe you were trying to trick me. Maybe you were going to make me think about a mixer, food mixer, and that's why you said mix up. But maybe mixing up is what you do with the mixer. Yeah. Although it could be a kind of mix-up confusion, so I'm confused. I'm not really sure.
Actually, I made a spelling mistake. It will be pan instead of pan. Like
pan. P-A-N.
I would write it like this, like a joke.
Pan. Ah, that makes it the odd one out then, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would make it better. So all of the rest are related to food.
Yes.
And pun isn't.
Yeah, pun isn't.
Great. Yeah, that's nice. That's good. So food is a good topic there. I like that one. That's nice. Manuel's. Can you solve Manuel's one?
Manuel's goalkeeper, halftime, pitch, mark, striker. Probably mark.
Mark is something you do in football. Mark him. Do you know what it means? If you mark somebody.
Yeah, but they are also striker is in football. Goalkeeper, halftime is where you break, where you take a break in the middle of the. But I think it's about time. We can say halftime.
Halftime is used in football too. It could be the break, halftime. So for me, there is no odd one out, Manuel. So can you explain the odd one out?
Yeah. Well, I was trying to put mark as the odd one, but I didn't remember that it can also be used.
Yes, because you say, I want you to mark him closely.
Yeah, I was thinking about scoring, and the common mistake is to mix up a score and mark when you score a goal.
Ah, yes, but it is.
But I didn't realize that marking you can do it also in.
That is interesting, football. Isn't it? Yeah. So let's find another word for you then. So what we need from everybody then for football is some word which everybody might believe is something to do with football, but it isn't. So, that's not easy, is it? What could we do? But not mark, because marking people is what you do in football. So we could make, what you can do is take a complex word like offside and just make it wrong. So onside, offside, you could say something like, what could you say? Off edge or something like that. No, that's too obvious, isn't it? I'll leave it for you. Could you find a word there to trick us? Try another set for football because it's interesting. What about Anna? Are you with us now, Anna? Do you understand what we're doing?
I don't know.
No?
No.
Let me do one for you, a simple one. I'm going to do animals. So, here's one. Tiger.
I don't see the screen.
Okay, let me read them to you. Let me read them aloud, and you tell me the odd one out. There's tiger. There is cheetah.
Tiger.
Cheetah.
Tiger is an animal, wild animal.
Yes, there's tiger, cheetah, jaguar. Are you ready?
I don't read in the screen.
I want you to listen, not read. I want you to listen.
Okay.
5 words. Tiger, cheetah, jaguar, lion, leopard. Which one is the odd one out?
And all them are animals, wild animals.
Hey, you can't say that, can you? Why do you say that? Say that again.
Tiger, cheetah.
Yes.
Could be a monkey, a kind of monkey.
Well, except a monkey's not a cat, and most of these are cats, aren't they? Cool cats.
A lion.
I didn't say lion, I said Leon.
Lion.
I said Leon.
Leon.
Yeah, that's me. My name is Leon.
I don't know.
Because L-E-O-N is Leon, that's me. And lion is L-I-O-N, lion.
I think that Leon is pronounced lion. I'm sorry.
Yes, but I'm saying Leon. So
Yes.
so the word Leon is not correct. It's the odd one out. It's not the same as the others.
Yes.
Leon is the only one that is not a cat.
Yes.
That's what I want you to do. I want you to make 5 words, and one of them, it does not belong with the others. 5 words, but one word doesn't belong. Can you do that? With maybe animals too? Try animals again, but maybe not cats. Can you try something else with animals?
Yes.
5 words, one of them doesn't belong with the others. So I'll let you work on that a moment. Manuel, have you got any more football? And an odd one for football.
I wrote the word bracelet.
Yeah, that's good. Bracelet. I think people might get it too easily, though. I think people might not be tricked. So it's not too tricky. So it's good, though. Osama, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Are you going to make one for us?
Yeah, of course.
What's yours?
So I'm gonna give you some words related to computer. Okay.
Computer words. Okay.
Monitor, mouse, keyboard, hard drive, website. Which is the word? Which is the odd one?
Monitor, mouse, keyboard,
hard drive,
website. Yeah, I know. Does everybody else know?
Yeah,
website. I would go for website.
Yeah, I'd go for website.
Yeah, it's easy.
Can you make another one, which is a bit tricky then?
Okay.
Try and make another one. We've got 4 more minutes. So, does anybody have another one?
No. Not yet.
Sometimes we can find a topic. Can somebody give me a topic, please?
I wrote in the chat a topic about recipes.
Recipes, but is it in the Verbling chat or is it in the other chat?
In the chat.
We tried to use the Verbling chat, but okay. Well, try to write it in the Verbling chat if you can. Can you?
Yes.
Thank you, because that's kept. And keep that. So that's
okay.
Good.
Do I read it?
Read it out loud then.
Boil.
Mm-hmm.
Spread. Oven. Chop. And kick.
Kick? Yeah.
Yeah.
So chop and that's very interesting because the chop and the kick going together. That's nice because chop is a verb and a noun, but when you move to kick, I see something else. Yeah, that's nice. I like that one. That's creative. And I would go for one of the... I know my answer. Does anybody know the answer there?
Kick.
Kick, yeah, I think so. Is it kick?
Yes, it is.
Yes, I like that. That's very funny. I like that. There's a kind of vocabulary exercise that I really like that's used in the Millionaire quiz game, and that's got some funny jokes, and this is good. Boil, bread, oven, chop, kick. Suddenly the cooks start fighting each other, don't they? Yeah, very good.
I wrote down a new one about illnesses.
Okay, ill. Can you read it for me?
Ill, sick, flu, constipated, measles.
Measles.
Measles, sorry.
Well, that's a tricky one. I'm thinking still. I've got an idea. So I'm looking at this. I would go for... Well, let me ask other people. I've made my choice here. But I'm not 100% sure about whether I have the right answer. But does anybody else have an answer from Manuel? It could be two, actually. I have two possibilities, and I'm not sure which it is.
Could you read it again?
Ill, sick, flu, constipated, measles.
Measles.
I don't know the last two words.
Measles is a disease or an illness which could be a problem for. I know it's a problem for pregnant mothers, isn't it? And you get spots and.
Yes, I'm sorry.
The answer could be constipated. It could be ill, because ill is a very general word, and sick is a very general word. But so it can't be ill or sick. So I leave those. I would have to choose constipated because it's more a kind of condition rather than an illness. I don't know.
Yeah, I would say constipated because it's a condition for me.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm thinking along the same lines as you then. So that's a tricky one, isn't it? Yeah. But it would lead. That's why I like these kind of questions, because we have to discuss them. We can't sometimes say with the odd one out that there's definitely one answer. Sometimes there is, but here it looks clear enough. Servette, read them out, please.
Plate, mama, mountains, sea, and moon.
Ah, yes, I think I would have to go for the last one, because all of the rest are terrestrial ones, to do with the planet Earth.
Yes.
Wow. That's a good one to end on. So the moon is up there somewhere, and all the rest are down here somewhere. Okay, see you later, alligator.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.